yourself and Floyd Mayweather Jr. and tonight's bout with Terence "Bud" Crawford, if you can.
No, I think Crawford is way better than Floyd Mayweather.
I don't judge, and the old timers didn't either, fighters chronologically as much as I do by the amount of fights they've had and the amount of punches they've taken. I judge them that way.
Because he definitely had the skill of a top five, just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get. And that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody.
Boxing pundits are beginning to whisper the once unthinkable. Terence Crawford may be surpassing a prime Floyd Mayweather. His stunning unanimous decision victory over Canelo Alvarez to become the undisputed super middleweight champion shook the sport. Crawford didn't just win. He dominated, controlling range, switching stances fluidly, standing firm under pressure, and executing a brilliant mix of strategy and brutal efficiency.
Crawford outboxed Canelo, made Canelo miss, stood right in front of him when he was supposed to. He moved when he was supposed to. Made it look easy. He beat Canelo Alvarez better than Floyd Money Mayweather, which makes him better than Floyd Money Mayweather, in my opinion.
Respected figures like Bob Arum have praised Crawford's rare skill set, noting his ambidexterity and complete toolbox, arguing that he might be the only fighter with the potential to outdo Mayweather at his peak.
Canelo wipes the floor with him. I love Crawford. I told you when Crawford and Spence that Crawford would beat the hell out of him, but Canelo is a different proposition. It's an interesting fight, but I think there's only one winner.
What fight?
Why do you feel he wipes the floor with him?
Why?
Is it because of the weight difference?
Because Canelo, Canelo is used to fighting at a particular level, and and I don't think that Terence can hurt Canelo, but Canelo can hurt Terence.
Do you think the welterweight Boots Ennis would stand a chance against Crawford? Or?
I have no idea, but I know that Boots Ennis is a tremendous fighter and a great talent. Whether he'd stand a chance with Crawford, I don't really know, because at 147, Crawford is, I think, unbeatable.
The age-old debate, Floyd versus Crawford, was reignited when Canelo Alvarez, who has faced both, said Crawford is the better fighter. After being beaten soundly in their 2025 bout, Canelo highlighted Crawford's adaptability, high ring IQ, stance switching, and defensive mastery as proof that Crawford edges out Mayweather in overall brilliance.
And he say he might be better than Mayweather. I can see it, because Crawford got a little bit of Mayweather in him, but he got the offense going on. It's not like all defense, blocking everything, points, you know. Crawford can actually hurt you. He's actually a fighter. He'll fight you. You know, he'll box you, but he'll fight you too. He ain't no joke.
Floyd Mayweather Jr. built a legendary, undefeated 50-0 record, defined by elite defense, perfect timing, and the ability to outthink and outclass elite opponents from super featherweight to light middleweight. He claimed 15 major world titles across 5 weight divisions and beat numerous champions in an intensely competitive era. His footwork, reflexes, and counterpunching earned him a reputation as one of boxing's greatest ever.
Of all the fights you've had 50, who would you say was your toughest opponent?
You got guys that punch hard and hit hard, and you got guys that come out and win a few rounds, but nothing really was tough. I've been in a boxing gym, and guys have given me great sparring and great work. They say an ass whooping will humble you. I come home and say, you got to tighten up, champ.
Yeah.
You got to get together, champ. And then sometimes I go home and say, is this for me? I make mistakes, but I strive every day to be a perfectionist. And we all know God only made one thing perfect, and that's my boxing life.
You know, I didn't have to have 70 fights, or 150 fights, 300 fights. Did I not beat the most world champions?
Yes, you did.
Okay. And in the least amount of fights?
Yes, you did.
Who got the highest gate?
Floyd Mayweather.
Who made the most money?
You did.
Who was the most accurate fighter of all time?
You were.
So it's basically saying that...
The greatest of all time.
Okay.
All right.
Terence Bud Crawford now carries his own undefeated record with over 18 major world titles across 5 divisions, and recently became the first male boxer in history to become undisputed in 3 separate weight classes. A powerful switch hitter with precision and finishing ability, Crawford has dominated elite opponents, including Errol Spence Jr. and most recently, Canelo Alvarez.
You know, he was a little frustrated in there, but that's part of the game.
And last question is, I know it's right after the fight. Have you feel yet the significance of this win and what it means in your legacy and your career?
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
Crawford's win over Canelo was a landmark moment in modern boxing. Moving up 2 weight classes, he challenged and defeated Canelo for the undisputed super middleweight titles. He controlled the fight using footwork, clean jabs, sharp counters, and incredible composure. Even with a cut above his right eye from a headbutt, he maintained momentum and absorbed Canelo's power without flinching. The victory pushed Crawford's record to 42-0 and placed him firmly among the sport's all-time elite.
To be honest, when I set my sights on doing something and I know what I'm capable of, it's not like a surprise to me. It's a surprise to y'all because y'all didn't believe me, you know? But for me, I knew I could do it, and I believed that I could do it. I just needed the opportunity.
Terence, when did you know that you were going to beat him? Over here on your left.
When he signed the contract.
He seemed to focus mostly on body punches, and you were hitting him in the head a lot. Was it your reach that gave you the advantage?
It was everything. You know, he wasn't hitting the body or anything. He was hitting my elbow because I was blocking it. But, you know, I think I was the better man tonight.
In a recent interview, Roy Jones Jr. placed Crawford in the conversation with the greatest ever. He praised Bud's fluid stance switching, ring IQ, timing, and balanced offensive-defensive control. While Roy believes Crawford still needs a few more marquee wins to cement his GOAT status, he sees his recent dominance as proof that Bud is finally living up to the immense expectations placed on his talent.
I'd rank him probably in your top 10, maybe even your top 5.
Where do you rank Terence, in your opinion?
I put him in the top 15, maybe the top 10, because he definitely had the skill of a top 5. Just that he hasn't had the opposition that some guys were able to get, and that's not his fault. He just made one of the best fighters in his weight class look like nobody. That's pretty damn good. Now he proved what we already thought. We just didn't see him against the best opposition near his weight class. See, this is the thing people don't understand. This is what I like about Bud. He reminds me of Roy. We ain't got to have the best opposition in our weight class. We want the best opposition near our weight class.
There's been discussion that maybe, Crawford and Inoue are going back and forth tussling for pound for pound, that maybe Inoue because of the multiple weight divisions. You're shaking your head no. Tell me why no.
Because Inoue also, when he first moved up, he lost to Donaire. Don't forget that. Bud ain't lost nobody. Moving up or down, he moved up 3 times. He lost nobody. Don't tell me he better than Bud, no.
What's up, people? It's the morning after the big fight. Crawford Canelo. Shout outs to Crawford. You did it, boy. You did it. For those who still aren't quite sure what they witnessed last night, I'm going to let you know that you witnessed what is called a notorious boxing clinic. This is everything done right, okay? First, he worked behind the jab, people. Boxing 101. Set your shots up behind the jab. Canelo froze up. He was able to minimize the pressure. Step 2, use the ring. Use the ring. get to the outside, make Canelo pivot, make him pivot. Don't let his feet settle. Okay? Pick your spots. This was a notorious hit and don't get hit. That's boxing 101, people. It's actually the definition of boxing. For those who don't know the definition of boxing, it's to hit and not get hit. It's almost like a game of tag, to simplify it for you folks. All right? And yes, Crawford was tagging him. Not just with the jab, moving, but he was able to do another key factor, which is get respect in the ring. He was able to hold his ground in pockets, work the body, go toe-to-toe, and catch him with that speed. Bah! With that speed, the straight left, the little uppercuts and the hooks to the body. Like I said, people, it was a clinic.
Keith Thurman also applauded Crawford's masterful performance, calling it a boxing clinic. He highlighted Bud's use of fundamentals, jab, movement, angles, distance, to completely neutralize Canelo's pressure and power. Though initially skeptical about Crawford jumping up in weight, Thurman admitted that his speed, timing, and composure were the deciding factors. He also noted that Canelo looked slower and unable to adjust, calling the fight a masterclass in strategy and execution.